So I guess, guys, the biggest news we've had in the last 24 hours regarding free agency and the MLB offseason has been Rich Hill signing with the Pirates. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Rich Hill is going to be 43 years old and playing for the Pirates next year in 2023. Now, this is actually really interesting for the Pirates team because, you know, if you're a fan of the Pirates, right? I'm not. I just know a Pirates fans that always talk about how their owner never spends. They never put their money where their mouth is. They never want to invest into their team and make a team that's worthy to go to the playoffs or even the World Series just because the owner is a cheapo. I mean, like, their owner just doesn't care about their fan base to a certain extent. Man, like, look at Pittsburgh. It's such a good city for sports. And then you have great sports teams like the Steelers and their hockey team, and then you have the Pittsburgh Pirates, which don't seem like a lot, but man, this fan base deserves so much more. It is what it is. The guy just does not want to spend money. He always ends up trading key guys like your starting pitchers that ended up becoming stars other places, like for example Gerrit Cole. Gerrit Cole was a Pittsburgh Pirate, and then he went to the Astros, and of course then he went to free agency. But you guys always end up having these good players year in and year out, and they always get traded away. It's kind of like the A's to a sense. Before we get into that though, please leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. It means a lot to me. And comment down below, what do you guys think is going to be the record for the Pirates next year? Let me know. The Pirates have had an interesting offseason because they have decided to spend a little bit. Is it out of their budget? Probably. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates. But I want to kind of talk about their spending habits this offseason and why they're picking up certain people. Like, for example, Rich Hill. Rich Hill is going to be 43 years old. He's an old head for sure. But on the bright side, Rich Hill is a veteran MLB pitcher that will be there for the young core in Pittsburgh. He has had 19 years of service in the MLB, or will have 19 years of service when he goes into his 2023 season, and will be able to teach new people on that roster how to be an MLB player. I think it's important to have vets around like him on any type of team, just so new players have someone to go to with their questions, concerns, and even learn a bit on pitching. It's really interesting too because Rich Hill did play with the Red Sox last year, and he didn't do as bad as people expected for a 42 or 41 year old at the time. For someone that is 41 years old, I guess he had a decent season, right? His ERA was 4.27, which isn't anything to write home about, but for a pitcher that is in his late age, he pitched 124 innings. Now, I don't think, and I think you guys agree, that the Pittsburgh Pirates aren't going for any type of playoff or World Series contention. This guy's just a fill-in for the young core. I think it's okay to say that if Rich Hill stays healthy, you're gonna have a good depth piece in your rotation. Let's get on to the other people that the Pittsburgh Pirates ended up picking up, because I think it's just interesting why the Pirates are kind of spending money on these random pieces. Like, what are they cooking? I want to know. They also picked up Ji-Man Choi from the Rays, which is a really interesting one because, yes, Ji-Man Choi had a bad season with the Rays last year. He was not the Ji-Man Choi that we all love and know. However, I feel like it's really interesting that Pirates ended up taking kind of a gamble on him and getting him through a trade. Besides that, the Pirates also signed free agents Austin Hedges, which, hey, he was on that Guardians team. He's a defensive player. He does not hit well for average, but he's a really good defensive catcher, which is, you know, something you need. And on top of that, you guys signed Carlos Santana, which had an okay year last year in Seattle, and it just blows my mind how many people that the Pirates end up signing this free agency that seem like they could have a bounce back year or maybe even become a better player. I always find it interesting how these teams, these low market teams, end up signing these people that, you know, could have potential to be something great, or they could just be duds. It's just really interesting to look at these teams and think, man, the Pittsburgh Pirates are getting everyone's leftovers. But does this team do this just so they could have an okay season or maybe below 500 team, or is it so that the young players could have someone to speak to? For example, Ji-Man Choi is 31 years old. Everyone else on this starting day roster is literally under 30, besides Carlos Santana, Austin Hedges in your lineup. You signed these guys and did a trade just so these people that are really young could learn from people that have been in the MLB for a long time. I honestly think that's what the plan was going into the offseason for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, because you guys signed these people, and I think most of the contracts are only for 1 year, if they end up having a stellar year, do you think the Pirates end up flipping them at the deadline? I don't know if you can flip someone like Austin Hedges or Ji-Man Choi or Carlos Santana. But if they have stellar seasons, which, hey, it's a slim chance, I'm just saying, I'm just putting things out there into the world, that can you flip these guys? Is that why the Pirates are signing all these people to like 1-year contracts or trading for them for like 1 year? I think it's really interesting to think about because, man, the Pittsburgh Pirates have so many good prospects and they've gotten so many people off waivers that it's like surprising that this team doesn't do anything. I'm really honestly excited for the 2023 Pittsburgh Pirates season just because there's people on that team that I know could do really well, like Oneil Cruz. He's pretty much their star. He's still really young. He's 24 years old. He's getting older. He's trying to learn and adapt to the MLB speed of the game. You also have people like Bryan Reynolds, which, hey, could get traded. He's a guy that has proved himself this year. And you have Bryan Hayes, and you have a bunch of young people like Miguel Andujar, which got picked up from waivers from the Yankees. Like, it's going to be really interesting to see where this Pittsburgh Pirate team goes. I just find it crazy how many signings the Pittsburgh Pirates have done or trades so far when some teams haven't done any. Like, when's the last time you heard of the Dodgers doing a signing? That was like, they did one big free agency signing. When's the last time you heard someone like the Orioles do something crazy yet? Like, it's crazy that out of all teams, Pittsburgh Pirates are the ones that are doing something. You know, a lot of teams haven't been doing much, even though the offseason has been going on for a month and a half. But man, I'm just curious where this Pittsburgh team goes. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. What do you guys think the Pittsburgh Pirates will end up doing this year? Or what do you guys think the record will be at the end of the year? Thank you guys for watching. My name's Joe, aka I'm Hitch sometimes. Have a good one. Bye.